Yo, what's up, guys? March 3rd, 2021. I'm about to have an aneurysm and I had to jump on here to share because I only got a few people to share with, and you guys are it. All right, look, thank you. I just got off the phone with one of my oldest, best friends in life, and I've been very hot today. The last video I uploaded was of an army of aircraft flying back and forth doing relay races over my head, spraying me illegally with something that I didn't vote for or consent to that circumvents all democratic processes and everything that America is founded upon and stands for. And I'm very, I'm wired up today. I'm very upset, and I'm asking my buddy, uh, this is such a catch 22. This is, on one hand, he's telling me that the thing to do is you can ignore it, put it in the Lord's hands. There's nothing you can do about it, but ignore it and put it in the Lord's hands, okay? And on the other hand, if you know anything about the Bible throughout history, it comes down to this, guys. You're either a punk that puts your tail between your legs and rolls over and does nothing, and we're going to put it in the Lord's hands, or you're going to, there's something that's got to be done. Something, anything, whether it's just making videos and, screaming like I have or not, I don't know. But this whole idea. All right, look, let me clarify myself here. I gave him an example. I'm like, so you're telling me if I come over to your house today with a big ass can of Raid and start spraying you and your children with that's your attitude is, oh, I'm gonna put it in the Lord's hands, you know? Um, I can't get any clarification on this, and this is really, really tough. Really tough. There seems to be two ideas on this. One is just screw it. There's nothing you can do about it. Ignore it. Don't let it ruin your life. But I can't help it. There's something inside of me that screams, we're supposed to be kicking these dudes' ass, you know? We're supposed to be doing something. We're supposed to be fighting. We're being assaulted. We're being assaulted. If I come over to your house today and start spraying you and your children and spraying Raid over the top of your house on you and your children, that's your attitude? Put it in the Lord's hands? Let's crawl through the Bible here and let's look and see what God says about this kind of thing. If a man breaks into your house and you throw a rock and hit him in the head and he dies, that's justified. God, I feel like a lunatic. I hate doing this stuff, you guys, and it really hurt just hearing my bro, my oldest bro, tell me that basically I'm out of line. I'm out of line because I'm not willing to put my because I'm not putting my tail between my legs and just rolling over and accepting things for the way they are, you know? And basically, this was the consensus I was just getting from him that basically I'm not supposed to be worrying about it because there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm supposed to just roll over and put my tail between my legs. And that, on one hand, I get it. I understand completely. There's nothing you can do about it. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than we the people. We the people. This is bigger than that, and we can't do nothing about it. So we're supposed to just shut up and take it, right? On the other hand, we're supposed to be doing something, you know? What a head screw the job this is, you guys. I mean, there's literally an army of aircraft flying over my head right now, doing circles, blotting out the sun, making artificial clouds, and spraying me like a cockroach and all my countrymen like a cockroach. And the consensus from my friend right now is that I'm supposed to ignore it and do nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. Put it in the Lord's hands and let it go. But there's a lot of other biblical evidence that says it is our duty, it is our calling to stand up and fight tyranny and to fight evil. So I've got this conflict. On one hand, I understand this is way too big for me, for you, for all of us. There's nothing we can do about it other than take it. But on the other hand, it feels almost like duty to stand up and fight and do something. And I was telling him, I'm caught between these two things. On one hand, I know logically there's nothing I can do about this. Put it in the Lord's hands. Sounds like a cop out to me. It really does. Do nothing about it. Allow my children to be assaulted. Allow my animals to be assaulted. Allow Mother Nature to be assaulted. Allow America to be assaulted and do nothing about it. Just shut up and roll over and put your tail between your legs, That's the right thing to do. But there's something inside of me, you guys, that's screaming. I don't know that that's the right thing to do. You understand? And I was asking him, and he can't give me a direct answer. That's his attitude right now at the moment, is there's nothing you can do about it, roll over. But there's something inside of me screaming bullshit. Bullshit! Fuck you, bro. You fly over me or my children and spray shit without our voter consent. We're gonna fight to the death. That's how I feel about it. And it's a tough place to be. It's a very, very, very tough place to be, you guys. Very tough place to be. So I want to ask you guys, morally, what is the right thing to do? As Christians, are we supposed to wait on the Lord and put it in His hands when somebody comes over to our house assaulting us and our children? Or are we supposed to put it in His hands and just wait for Him to deal with it? Or are we required by God's law to stand up and do something and to stand up against tyranny? Like, I honestly don't know the answer to this question. I mean, I really do, between me and you, but I'm trying to get clear about this before I take action. I want to know what the right thing is to do. I know what the right thing is to do, you guys, and that's what our forefathers would have done and started shooting immediately. But we live in a very interesting day and age, and even my best friend is telling me, and he's telling me right now that I'm supposed to just ignore it and make the best out of it. So essentially what he's saying is that I can come over to his house right now with a 747 plane full of raid and spray it on him and his children, steal his sun, steal his sky, create artificial clouds, and we're just going to put it in the Lord's hands. Do you see the conflict I'm having here? That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. Yes, trust the Lord and put it in His hands. But I know enough about my Bible to know that there's some conflicting things there. There are times in the Bible where you're supposed to stand up and fight, and you are required to stand up and fight, you punks. I believe this is one of them. You don't fly over U.S. skies and spray shit without our voter consent on we the American people and expect no fight? Well, that's what's happening. No fight's happening. People are rolling over, and there's something deep inside of me that's screaming against this. We are supposed to fight. We are supposed to put up a fight over this. They are assaulting Mother Nature. They're assaulting us. And it seems to me a cop out to just say, oh, put it in the Lord's hands and roll over and do nothing. Bullshit, you guys. Let me know what you think. Which is it? Do we trust the Lord and get sprayed to death like cockroaches? Or do we trust the Lord and stand up and fight? Which is it?